Today, we talk about the Pharrell Williams Hue NMD Holi Pack Multicolor, aka Coral. So the box, just a quick closer look, especially at the tag. And then of course the symbols again. And then the hue. Again, if anyone knows what these numbers signify, please let a dude know. Very curious. Anyway, so. So, here are the kicks, and it did come with coral laces as well. I tried to be a little fancy, and what I mean by that is I tried to say, you know what, I'm trying to be a little greedy here. I'm going to take these laces, try and put them in through the same gapes as this cage. And I tried it, and it was just a little constricting, and it just looked a little bit too busy. So I'm going to scrap these because I do prefer the green. So, not this green, but anyway. See here, the shoes give y'all a little 4K visual on them. This cage is just incredible. There's a little action for you. And then couple that with the coral outsole, amazing. And then the laces are 3M. You can kind of see the sheen off of the trim there, but not the hugest selling point for the shoe, but who cares? And then you see the Adidas logos there, and then Hue for the Human Race NMD line, and then I believe that is in Hindi script. Is it Sanskrit? I don't know why I'm forgetting. It translates into color, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, so the whole story behind these was, Pharrell Williams, prominent Adidas collaborator, has had this very popular Hue NMD line, Human Race NMDs. And, this really didn't strike a chord with me at all when it first came out because, just the shape looked very odd to me. I was really thrown off by the loud words on the front of the shoes. And I had heard a story where people had been bum rushing to get to the shoes and had heard a few other people in line at one of these like big mass crowds. And the whole point of the shoe was to bring the human race together, and it was just kind of a little off-putting for me just to kind of hear that story. But again, I think more of that had to do with the fact that I just wasn't really turned on by the shoe, especially with those original colorways. One exception being the black, because the black with the yellow laces, wow, that one's a nice one. But it was really this model right here that really converted me to a fan of the Hue NMD. When I first started seeing images of this thing, I was blown away. And part of that, tying it back to what I was just saying with the loud font in front of it, especially the yellow OG model, is the fact that these are white and just fit in a little bit better subtly into this tie-dye pastel-y vibe. So it doesn't really show off as hard. Plus, I love the graphic and the calligraphy of the left side of the shoe. I just think it stands out so superbly, and it just looks very much symmetrical with the other side of the shoe, even though it's in English. So very nice touch. The tie-dye-ness of the whole thing is just absolutely incredible. The shoes are slightly different, but they work phenomenally together, especially with those green laces. I just don't see how you could rock it with anything other than the green laces. And then the coral lining, and then the insole you see here with the I don't know how far back you can see that, but all the, I guess, pressure points, is it like an acupuncture tie or like chakras or whatever? Not really entirely sure, but you get that nice green lining on the inside. And then the lovely leather quality of the back tab just really pops. And then this side saying Pharrell Williams, equals human race, blah, blah, blah. Everybody get along, please. Thank you. Yeah, what else can I say? Well, it's a beautiful shoe. That goes without saying. Really converted me over, and the reason I was comfortable purchasing an OG model plus these was because this is the TR version, the Trail Runners, which is a slightly different tread given the sharpness compared to the OG models, which are flat. So I was able to justify getting this as a slightly different silhouette. I went with a size 11 in these. They're a little loose, but I feel like a 10.5 may have been a little bit too tight, at least width-wise, but who knows? I mean, they fit just fine, but it is what it is. What are those? Hey, yo, bruh. I'm telling you, man, these made me fall in love with the Hue NMD. I mean, these are just amazing for spring. Just look at that pop of color. The text, oh, just the white really just perfects this right here. And then you throw on that trail runner sole with the jagged lines to give it a more rugged look, even though you can't really look that rugged with this kind of color palette, but whatever. Plus the pasteliness of my scrubs, it really fits a theme here. So really happy with these. Let me show you a few steps in these. Very, very comfortable. Again, that NMD cage look on these specific models has really, really grown. I mean, just a lot of potential with all the different holes and then the wrapping, unique lace system there, and then of course the leather details on the back. Just super, super well done. Just incredible, incredible quality product. Very eye-catching. Very season appropriate. Love it, love it, love it. I went with my true to size, and you know, there's a little bit of wiggle room in the toes, but I don't know. I mean, it feels pretty perfect as far as the width goes. So I feel like, you know, true to size is perfectly fine. If you want to try a half size down, if it's like phenomenally cheaper on the after sale market, then maybe worth giving it a shot. But you know, don't trust a guy that has this kind of hair, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Back to you. But as far as the history of the shoe, Pharrell had said that he wanted to commemorate the celebratory nature of Holi Festival, which is better known as the Festival of Colors. Marking the transition from winter into spring, the two-day festival sees crowds of Hindu followers gather across India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Bangladesh to eat, drink, and douse each other in colored dust in honor of love and new beginnings. Each color harbors its own meaning. Red for purity, green for peace, yellow for knowledge, and blue for bravery. So first came out the cream plain canvas version, then a blackish, darkish version, and then these two tie-dye versions, which in my opinion, this is the better of the two, but I could see other people being drawn to the more marbly-ish one, but to me, this was just the killer of the whole pack. If not the entire NMD line, to be honest, Hue NMD line, to be honest with you. And I guess the name of the language on here is Devanagari, the script of Hindi. So there you go. Now it dropped as an Indian exclusive about 2 weeks before the official release, and Pharrell was there to actually celebrate Holi Festival, which there was footage of. Interestingly, he looks very miserable in it.
They bust out the best of the gujiyas on this day.
And also,
So
it'll keep him quiet for a while, so we can enjoy the piece. Ready? Because he's eating.
That's some good stuff.
Got it.
So we can.
I don't know why. I don't know if he's jet lagged or he just wanted to contrast the happiness of the whole vibe with some sternness. I don't know. He's the artist, not me. So we'd have to ask him that, huh?
Now here we have two more colors, really significant as well. Green is Aman in Hindi. Aman is also a really popular name, and it means peace. So what does green mean to you? What do you think? Does it inspire you? You know, colors obviously must inspire you in your art.
Yeah.
But what does green kind of signify for you? You've given really good signifier.
He doesn't want to say it.
I think green is the heart chakra, right?
Wow.
I think.
It's the heart chakra.
I think. Yeah. Green is the heart chakra. Yellow is the solar plexus.
Oh, okay. See, he's deep.
But yeah, with that said, it was very interesting to learn about it. You know, I'd heard there was a little bit of a backlash with these from Indian folks because they felt like Adidas and Pharrell Williams were appropriating Indian culture to sell shoes. But to be honest with you, I mean, this is not like a general release. Adidas is not going to like have an amazing corporate year because of the sales of the Holi pack NMDs. I don't think that's really it. Pharrell also has had such a long, illustrious history of charitable efforts and such, and his mission statement with the whole human race NMD line to highlight different cultures and different colors of people and all that stuff. So I don't really buy it. I just think it's more people making noise. But what do I know? I'm not closely tied to it, so I probably shouldn't comment on it, but it is what it is. Personally, I can only speak from my own opinion on it. And my opinion is, I had no idea Holi existed until I heard about this shoe. And from learning about this shoe, I learned about Holi and another cultural component of Southeast Asians. And I think that's mission accomplished for the shoes. I mean, isn't that what you want? Whoever these Indian folks are, or any Southeast Asian that's offended by the shoes or its sale or anything like that, I just want y'all to know, like, I would not have any appreciation for that component of your culture if not for this shoe. So, you know, I got to give my hats off to Pharrell for, you know, tying that all together, creating an amazing product. Going to be a great eye catcher during the spring and summertime. And has a great story and cultural significance attached to it now, which is what I think is going to make this a priceless pair of shoes in the coming years. So that's just me, but again, just my personal opinion. With that said, we'll see you on the next one. We out.